we're going to be looking at the Second Temple period versus modern Jewish views. And the reason I'm doing this is because it'll affect us as Christians when we understand what is really going on and what has happened and the differences between the Second Temple period and today and how we may interpret prophecy as Christians. Okay. Excuse me. Anyway, so the prophetic anchor in eschatology, we're talking about Ben David, Mashiach, Mashiach Ben. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyway, in Jewish eschatology, Ben David, Messiah, the son of David, is the future king from the Davidic line who will restore Israel, defeated her enemies, and reigns in the Messianic age. Let me point this out right here in terms of Messianic age. When is the Messianic age for us as Christians? Has it really began? Well, if you hold a literal view, the Messianic age for us as Christians is during the millennial reign, when Christ reigns here on earth. The Ancient of Days is here. That's the Messianic age. Okay. So anyway, for us as Christians, okay. But now what we're focusing on now is Judaism. I just wanted to point that out. Okay. All right. His image is closely tied to one like to the Son of Man. Okay, and we'll find that in Daniel 7:13 through 14, who receives an everlasting dominion from the Ancient of Days. Okay, and this is what the Jews believed in the Second Temple period. All right, and that includes and may affect how the early Christians interpret prophecy as well, because that is also in the Second Temple period. I won't get into that at this moment. All right, now, the Second Temple Jewish view, the son of David was respected as a literal royal leader, a descendant of David, okay, who would overthrow foreign oppressors, okay, and they, often paired with the concept of Ben Yosef, Messiah, the son of Joseph, who would precede him, suffer, and die in battle before Ben David's victory. Okay, the one like the Son of Man in Daniel 7 is often interpreted as either a heavenly figure representing Israel's divine vindication. Okay, and it's talking about what the Son of Man is representing, and then it goes the exalted one, the exalted form of the coming Messiah, receiving authority from God. And then Qumran text, the Book of Enoch, the heavenly authority, early kingship. The Messiah's reign was to be political, priestly, and cosmic, restoring Torah observance, purifying the temple, and the ruling of the nations. So that's how they looked at it in that time. In the Second Temple period, Ben David was not symbolic, he was real, a waiting king whose coming was tied to the specific prophetic timelines and national liberation. That's how the people of the second period of the Jews interpreted it, up to the time of the destruction of the temple in 70 Anno Domini. Okay. Now, let's go into modern Jewish view. Many modern Jewish interpretations see Ben David as symbolic of the Messianic age rather than a literal individual. In liberal and academic circles, the Son of Man is often read as a metaphor for the religious community or Israel itself. Orthodox Judaism still affirms a literal Ben David. Okay? And that's important because that concerns the building of the temple. All right. The descendant of David through his father, who will rebuild the temple and gather the exiles. Messianic expectation is often de-emphasized in favor of ethical and social transformations. Some mystical traditions retain the dual Messiah concept, and that's when you get into what we call the concept of two Messiahs, okay? Concerning Ben Yosef and Ben David, but focus on spiritual warfare and cosmic repair. All right, and then you have this word tikkun olam. All right. Modern Jewish thought often shifts from literal imminent king to a symbolic or ethical ideal, though transforming streams still hold the ancient expectation. The relationship between Ben David and the Son of Man. In the Second Temple thought, the Son of Man was sometimes identified with Ben David, especially in apocryphal literature. Both figures received dominion, glory, and a kingdom from God. The Son of Man imagery emphasizes heavenly authority, while Ben David emphasizes earthly kingship, together forming a complete messianic profile. Some traditions saw the Son of Man as, now get this, as a pre-existent heavenly being. Okay? So when Jesus was talking to those who were around him, and he said, before Abraham was, I am, that's what he was saying. He's that pre-existent heavenly being. All right, who will be revealed as Ben David in history. Okay? In modern Jewish interpretation, the connection is often symbolic, both representing the vindication of Israel and the triumph of righteousness. The fusion of the Son of Man and Ben David in Second Temple exhortation created a messianic figure who is both divine agent, okay, and in this sense, what I'm talking about, pre-existent, if you notice right here, pre-existent, okay, let's see, created messianic figure is both divine agent and David the king, a union often spiritualized in modern teachings. Now we're going to get into a comparison table. The nature of Ben David, literal Davidic king, political and priestly ruler. Okay, modern Jewish view, symbolic of Messianic age and ethical renewal, except the Orthodox. The Son of Man connection, often identified with Ben David, heavenly and earthly rule united. Okay, symbolic of Israel and righteous community. Okay, now you notice here, the Orthodox do not hold that view. All right, Messianic program. Defeat enemies, restore the temple, and nations rule. Okay. Promote justice, peace, and spiritual warfare. Interpretive method. Literal, apocryphal, time-based in the Second Temple. All right. In the modern Jewish view, symbolic, ethical, and mystical. Key insight from this little presentation. In the Second Temple period, Ben David was the Son of Man, and the Son of Man were often seen as two aspects of the same messianic figure, heavenly authority and earthly kingship united. Modern Jewish thought often separates and spiritualizes these roles, focusing on the idea rather than literal king. So I just thought this might be interesting to you to understand the differences between modern Judaism and Second Temple period concerning Ben David. Now the thing is, as a Christian, did you know that this affects your concept of prophecy? That the modern views that are held by many Christians, all right, reflect what modern Judaism believes? Something sounds a little amiss. God bless. You have a good day, and thank you for watching this video.